Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing with you our Kinderleben Literacy Basket. I shared a video a few weeks ago on our Kinderleben Math Basket and you guys really loved that and you wanted to know if we had a literacy basket as well, and we do. So today I'm giving you a little tour of that basket. Okay, so here's our basket. I'm gonna try to hold this very still. The camera, that is. So all the things in here are things that I can put out for my daughter to look through, but during our lesson time with my oldest daughter. But I also pull this out during our lesson time because it has all the tools that I need for our little mini Kinderleben reading lesson. Now, the first thing I'm going to share is this book. We're members of the CMEC, and as part of their Kinderleben program, they recommend that you kind of start with this tiny, like a few of these first lessons here in the Discover Reading book. I've shared about it before, but it is a wonderful resource, and it is how I taught my first daughter to read, with the games and the different activities in it. So definitely check this out. All our lessons, like the games that I play with my daughter, come from this. So we have that in there. I have some letter books here, so I'll go through those. And then we have a rhyme book. So yeah, let's go through those. Okay, so this is the Elsa Bescow alphabet book. It is such a lovely book. And it's so, we love Elsa Bescow. So it's just got, you know, B for bicycle. It's got B for bicycle, C for cat. And it's got several different beautiful illustrations and the word. And so you can just point to the letter, L for leaf, the picture. So we love this one. It's a really beautiful book. So I'm going to link to everything I share here, of course, in the description or in the blog post that's corresponding to this video. The next one is A is for Annabelle by Tasha Tudor. We love this book too. It's so precious. There's beautiful illustrations and then the letter. And so what I do with these, I keep these in here and I have her just choose one for me to read to her before we begin her literacy activity. Now, this is not formal lesson, so you don't want to be engaging in a full-on literacy lesson like a reading lesson with your kids. But my daughter is 5 now, and she really has shown an interest in learning her letter names and sounds. And so this is a very low pressure way. It's a fun little basket for her to go through and mess around with while I'm teaching. And then also twice a week, similar with our math basket, twice a week we share, we sit down together and we do a lesson. And I do plan on sharing a video of a sample lesson for Kinderleben in my Patreon group soon. So look forward to that. It's linked in the description if you want to join. You definitely are going to want to see that if you have a Kinderleben student, and you can see exactly how I use this basket in the flesh. Okay, the next is another book, alphabet book, the Flower Alphabet book. This is pretty because we see a lot of these during nature study, and it's been fun to see them in the book and then see them out in the world too. We saw crocuses this spring, and buttercups too. All right, last letter book. This is Alison Zinnia. I love this one. It's by Anita Lobel. It's got beautiful flowers also. So these are very girly. There's also a cute one called Mouse Letters. Let's see. Here it is. Mouse Letters. And this is great for boys. I'm thinking about all the boy things now that I'm found out I'm going to have a boy. But we have a lot of girly things in this house, so I'm going to have to get some boyish stuff. I will say I'm not a huge fan. Sometimes the letters look kind of wonky. So this is more like for a for fun book. I don't keep it in our basket, but my girls like it. Okay. And part of our literacy time, like I said, we have the little lesson we do together. It's not really a lesson. It's more of an activity just for letter names and recognition, letter sounds. And then we have our alphabet books. And I also like to read one nursery rhyme per week. So I literally just start from the beginning and I will read this nursery rhyme. And then I'll read it one more time, and then the next week we'll move on to the next one. So only 2 times. But sometimes we'll read a few. She really loves these. I mean, how can you not? Nursery rhymes are so fun. So we do read a nursery rhyme. That's good for, you know, just listening, getting their attention span ready for doing formal lessons next year. We still have one solid year until she's in formal lessons, but that doesn't mean I can't prepare now. We're building habits, right? Okay, next we have just these little letter flashcards. I don't use them as flashcards, so I'm not saying to her, okay, what's this letter? You know, we literally go through them together. So I'll say, well, you'll see in the lesson, right? But I'll say A, apple, B, books, C, cat, D for dragonfly. And I'll do a few, or sometimes I'll do the whole thing depending on how much we want to do. Just a disclaimer too, I do not go through all this stuff in the same lesson. Like I may just read a rhyme and do an activity one day. Or I may read a rhyme and have her look at her wooden letters that I'll share in a minute. So I may not go through everything in this entire basket. So just know that as you're watching this. These are from the Peaceful Press. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them, but they are they have preschool activities, and I made these out of little glitter glue, and so sometimes I'll just have my daughter trace them with her finger. There's a Q. Let's see, find a good one. Here's an E. I'll have her say eh as she traces it, and I won't do all these, right? So we've only introduced about half the alphabet so far, and she has it memorized, and she could probably do more, but I'm very gentle with my literacy lessons. It's something that you want to approach with a lot of finesse with young kids. And this is more like a independent activity that she likes to do. I've had this for years, and that's why it looks so junky. But this is the Melissa and Doug Water Wow paints. Oh, let's see, there's even water in this. And so sometimes I'll be doing a reading lesson with my older child, and my younger one will want to do something. So she'll sit next to us, and then she literally is in my lap still, like much of the time. But she can color, you know, trace the letter, and then she can color in the picture. I for iguana. And so, yeah, there's the whole alphabet here, and those are fun. I have these letters. So this is her letter box, and I took the sign off because I had her name on it, and I try not to share information about my kids online, but you know. This is her letter box. It says, you know, N's letter box on here. And in it are only the letters she's learned. And so these are the wooden letters that I've talked about many times on my channel. We use them for our reading lessons for my other daughter as well. And this is just a gentle introduction. And so I'll talk more about how I use these in the video that I do on when I actually sit down and do a lesson with her. But I have her review these each time we sit down to do a literacy lesson. So about twice a week, she'll take them all out. And it's really fun for her. I know you guys think I'm crazy because it sounds like, oh wow, she's doing a lesson. She's so excited about it. Actually, yes, she sets this up all on her own, and she gets so excited about it. So I'll have her go through those. And she'll tell me the sound right now. We're just learning the sound, and you'll see when I do the Kinderleben sample lesson video. It's really cute. Okay, so there's that. And then this box is all the alphabet. So that one was just the letters she's learned. And this is the entire alphabet here. And what I'll do is I will take a chalkboard. In fact, there's our messy art cart, and then our chalkboard there. I'll write out the lowercase letters, and she will just silently on her own activity place the wooden letters on the letter that I make on the chalkboard. And so I'll just write them in order. Sometimes I can write them out of order. It's really helping her get familiar with the shape of the letters and how they look on the slate. So yeah. That is it. That's the literacy basket. It's a really useful tool for your Kinderleben students. You guys do not need to overwhelm yourselves with all the things. You don't need to do a reading lesson with your Kinderleben kids every day. what you do want to do is instill a love for learning, a love for reading, the habit of sitting down together and spending time with one another and doing activities together, because that will translate into your Form 1 lessons when you're sitting down and you're doing the Discover Reading activities every single day as part of your morning timetable. So this is really just a really good way to prep for that habit of attention and to prep some of that, initial learning the alphabet work that needs to be put in. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.